I think one of my biggest assets is I get all the parts together and then we start taking instruments out. That's where the dynamics come in, because I say if it's in the whole time, it can't be dramatic. When you bring that cello in and then take it back out and then bring it back in, that's the drama.
Pull up a chair and listen in, because we're here, damn it. This is Georgia in Connecticut. I am your host, Georgia Reed, and today's guest is Jodylynn Talevi. Jodylynn is the owner of JT Design. She has been a professional graphic designer for over 20 years, and her portfolio includes cover-to-cover magazines, logo design, CD, DVD, and LP covers and inserts, including Carly Simon's Live at Grand Central. As a staff designer, she is working with Castle Fires Entertainment. She's worked on the events team with the Connecticut Film and TV Alliance, Diamond Entertainment with Donna Singer, and Canyon Music Entertainment. She has also worked as a songwriter for over 20 years. So we've got a lot to talk about. So part one, where in Connecticut and why in Connecticut?
Born in Connecticut. I say I was raised in Los Angeles because I left a very young 20-something, and that's where I grew up. And then I did come back after 6 years in Los Angeles, and I've been in Hartford pretty much since then.
Which city or town were you born in?
Portland.
Portland. Oh,
Yep.
just right over the bridge.
Right over the bridge from Middletown.
I love Portland. It's so cute.
Yes.
It's so cozy.
It's a very quaint town.
And you said you're now in which part of Hartford? Hartford?
Hartford. Yes.
Hartford. Tell me quick about the house you're in.
I'm in George Fairfield's house.
Oh.
It was a single family, Second Empire house that was turned into condos. And I live on Fairfield Ave, so that was the street was named after him.
Oh, wow.
He was a mayor at the turn of the 18th to 19th century.
Wow, I love that. Do you ever feel as ghosts walking through your condo?
Well, we've had a few incidences, and my sister won't stay over.
I understand. But wait, listen, we've saged this house, because this house, of course, is very old too. But I talk to the house, and I talk to any potential ghosts and just let them know I love the house. We're not going to hurt her. We're gonna, so. But especially when I go in the basement, I have to kind of put on a little protection spell mentally.
Yes, we have an ancient basement.
It's, we need to shoot a horror movie down there. It's got to happen.
Yes.
Networking Connecticut, is it easy? Is it hard? What's been your experience?
Well, there is opportunities. I know with the Film Alliance, there's been quite a few events.
You're speaking of the Connecticut Film and Television Alliance?
Yes. Yes.
Great. And you're a member there, yes?
Yes. Yeah.
That's great.
And so there's been quite a few events more in the Fairfield County area.
So, okay, that's interesting. What else? Tell me more.
I'm in a lot of Zoom classes with the music licensing. And I mean, it's a lot, but I definitely get a lot out of it. A lot of panels. Some of them are actual events. So there's people speaking. There's groups that I'm in that you can have listening sessions where your songs will be played. The whole thing with music licensing, it's a long game, and you're putting out a lot of songs and making connections and getting somebody to hit play and then getting them to download it into their software. Music, it's a lot of times what so many people say, and this is very generous what they say, it's not that we don't love your song. For my specific needs and the TV shows and the films that I do, I probably would never have the opportunity to place it. So that makes you feel at least a little better. That's why you put it out there and you put it out. And when you get, you get that, I accepted, yes, we want it in the catalog. It's great. I did get my, a couple years ago, my first royalty check from BMI. So that was exciting.
Oh my gosh, congratulations. Pound it out. That's
Wasn't
amazing.
a lot, but it was really exciting.
That is
too.
amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I think we kind of covered where you go to connect. It sounds like you're doing a lot of online events. That's great.
Yes.
And then in that vein, do you think Connecticut is a creator-friendly state?
I know a lot of creative people in Connecticut. Couple reasons. You are right in the middle of Boston and New York. I think a lot of people do live in that area that will go to New York. I gotta say, in general, I think there is a lot of creative people in Connecticut. Getting people to pay you is the obstacle.
Aha.
So that's an obstacle.
They all want you to give it for free, eh?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So can you just do this for
It'll be
free?
great exposure,
I don't
Jodylynn.
need, I'm too old for exposure.
We've had enough exposure.
Exactly.
Thank you. We can go back to talking about LA and exposure.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about Connecticut?
There's a lot of diversity in every way in Connecticut. There's a lot of people that are really good people that will be your lifelong friends.
What's your least favorite thing about Connecticut?
There can be a lot of puritanical, old school thoughts.
Look at you weaving the thread so nicely about our puritanical neighbors.
Yeah.
As we say in the South, oh, bless their little hearts.
Yes, bless their hearts.
What is your go-to couple of favorite places in your town where you live that
Okay.
you like to go?
So I'm in Hartford, and we love Coyote Flaco. It's a very small family-run Mexican place. I'm trying to think. I do spend a lot more time down here because I'm with my mom a lot, who lives here in Middletown. So
Oh, it's great. If there's places in Middletown, I'm all for it. I love
Yeah.
it here. Okay, well, on that note, I think it's time for us to take a quick break. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor. This is the part of the show where we would normally be featuring one of our sponsors. We don't yet have a sponsor, but if you decide you would like to be a sponsor of this show, this is where we would be sponsor. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor for Georgia in Connecticut, do reach out to us. The link is below in the show notes or description box. So, part 2, every creative's favorite questions they get asked, which may or may not include, what do you do? Or what are you doing now? What have I seen you in? Questions like that. Let's get into it. So I want to start with your design. What got you into this in the first place?
when I came back from California, I wanted to go back to school, and being a creative person, and I was actually pretty good at computer. It was a language that I could understand naturally. And
Like binary code and C++
no,
and HTML?
just how computer works, like
Wow.
just software and using them. And it came very natural, which a lot of things in school didn't. So I was happy that I was good at something. So I ended up really looking into, well, what is the natural thing? And I figured that it was putting the art and the computer skills together. So I did go to Middlesex for graphics. And then I'd been working in a job for 18 years doing graphics, and that ended. And then I've been working basically freelance since then.
What are a couple of projects you're really proud of?
Well, of course, my Carly Simon CD cover.
Okay, tell me about
that
that.
was
How did that happen?
amazing.
How did the Carly Simon CD cover come to be?
I was involved in a podcast during COVID, and one of the gentlemen in there connected me with a manager of Carly Simon to do the CD cover. It was the CD, DVD, and album cover, and it was based off of a recorded show from Grand Central in New York City. So it was all old, little vintage, and right up my alley. I loved doing that. And so that was certainly a highlight. Very, very proud of that.
What was it called? What was the project called?
Live at Grand Central. It's
called
Carly
Live-
Simon Live at Grand Central.
Wow, Carly Simon live at Grand Central.
And this is the joke that goes along with it. I have had some job interviews with people under 30, and when I mentioned that, their comment is, "Who's Carly Simon?"
How dare they?
Yeah.
Don't worry, someday it'll be, who's Taylor Swift?
Okay. Fair
It'll
enough.
come. It comes for all of us. What's any other particular design
Well, I
project?
did the event that was through the Connecticut Film and TV Alliance that was at Goodwin University. I did the graphics for that I was very proud of. I did the pitch deck, the program.
Well, how did you learn to do a pitch deck? What was that like?
Well, that was in that podcast during COVID. It was the first time I was tasked. I asked if I'd done a pitch deck before, and I was like, no, I hadn't, but I had done plenty of annual reports. I had done PowerPoint. So it was just that I hadn't specifically done it for that purpose.
Wow.
So as long as I learn now that it's the purpose for getting funding or getting whatever the purpose of that deck is.
You're like, I can do that.
Yeah, I can do
It's so interesting how many writers are out there, screenwriters in LA, who would say, now I got to do a pitch deck. Their brain just breaks in half.
Right.
Because they don't work that way. So
Right.
that's such a talent. What is the most challenging thing about your work? And you're saying this is design, not graphic design, design.
A lot of challenges. I actually don't mind working one-on-one. I just finished a project with a school and I was updating some logos and creating new ones. Very much in contact. We Zoomed. We were right in my programs while we were on Zoom. I personally like that. I like giving people what they want. One big obstacle is the over texting. Too much text
Via phone, you mean?
No,
That bother
too
you?
much text in a document.
Oh, okay. I love it. Texting. I'm like, oh, on your
Yeah.
phone right now.
No,
So this
so-
is design speak.
Design, yeah, where you're just like you that's too much. You gotta just give them less and make what you're saying more important. A lot of times now you have a lot of experts out there that think they have the design background and don't realize it's creative, but it's a lot of technical, which is fine, but that's the reality of it.
Were there any other projects that you wanted to highlight in your design?
Well, I
work?
do love the magazines, the jazz magazines. I've done 7 years, which is Music Woman, Music Man.
What is music now? Tell me about Music Woman, Music Man. How long has that been? Is that a famous publication in Florida?
Yeah, Joan does everything. She's had Women in Jazz South Florida for 20 years, will be next year. She is a huge advocate of female musicians and especially female jazz musicians. She does all the interviews, gets all the articles. She's nonstop, always advocating for musicians.
You went out to Los Angeles to attend a music academy?
A musicians institute for
Musicians
guitar.
Institute for guitar. Were you already songwriting at that point?
Just starting out songwriting.
Now, how did that place help develop you?
I have the story that will tell you what really framed my songwriting. Went to the Guitar Institute, was really into rock guitar, and that was great, but I was really wanting to do more writing. Most of the songs I was doing were rock songs. Well, a neighbor that I met was a illustrator, lovely lady. She lives in Pennsylvania now. She was doing an animated feature with characters, asked me to write 2 songs, gave me a script. First time I ever wrote from a script, write from characters, points of view, and they were not rock tunes, and it changed my life. That's what changed me from being a songwriter, and maybe kind of the reason why I write in different genres, that I'm not really pigeonholed into one specific
I
genre.
noticed that. I was going to ask you what's your favorite genre, but I'm looking at your breadth of work, it doesn't look like you have one.
I like blues music. I like dark hypnotic music.
Or how about death metal?
No,
Okay, so maybe not death metal.
not death
Understood.
metal.
Understood.
Mm.
I have some respect for it, but
Yes.
it's not my thing. That's okay. That's why, different story for different folks.
Yes.
Okay, so you come back from that. Where did you go from there?
Well, that's when I went to school for graphic design. I was still writing songs, not getting, when you're working full time after that, it's a lot harder to work creatively, but I did work with quite a few people then at that point where you're working with all musicians that are going into the studio all at once. Very different than how everything is done today.
How so?
Now you can, especially from COVID, I write with people all over the world.
And do you enjoy that process that you're now able to do?
I do, but I do miss the rehearsal of working with the person in the room, that it's like, let's try this, let's try this, let's do this, let's change that. You do miss a lot of that. That's what I personally miss. I think one of my biggest assets is I get all the parts together. I get the musicians I need. I put all the parts, lay them out, and then we start taking instruments out. We start taking parts out.
Oh,
That's where
sculpting.
yes. And that to me is huge. That's where the dynamics come in. Cause I say, if it's in the whole time, it can't be dramatic. When you bring that cello in and then take it back out and then bring it back in, that's the drama.
That's so good.
And it's actually the same for graphic design. I think that's the graphic design, which is how much does each element weigh? How big is that title to be? How big is this photo? The balance of those all together, not having everything the same size, is the same thing with the music. It used to be back in the day, 1, 2, 3, 4, everybody's in and everybody plays through the whole song. Not anymore. It's not anymore, especially for licensing, where less is always more for licensing.
Explain a little more about that.
Well, as you will start listening to TV shows and movies, you will see it's a lot that gets licensed is singular instruments and vocal, minimal instruments and vocal. Sometimes it's full songs, but you'll see a lot of it is, and a lot of the music is very, it's all for effect. It's all for emotional impact.
I'd love to play a couple of your songs and listen to them. I have to start with Christine Ohlman, if you don't mind. This is Devil Ain't My Friend.
Midnight in the moonlight, I'm wandering all alone. Met a man along the way, met a man, a dangerous road to take. I don't feel no evil, I don't fear nobody, I got no regrets, but in the end, the devil ain't my friend.
Come on. I mean,
The devil ain't your friend.
what got you into doing this song? Tell me the genesis.
I write a lot of dark kind of stuff.
I love dark stuff. I love it.
And now this is funny. This was when I took my first licensing class, which was 6 months. I was working on a co-write with 2 people. I started pulling out lyrics that I already had. I loved what the guitar part the guy was doing. I loved where we were going on it, but they weren't that into it. And it was okay. So I asked them, I said, can I please take it and finish it? And they have writing credit on the song because I felt like they started it. They started the original lick. They started the project, and I didn't really feel, and they were thrilled. They were like, fantastic.
That's
so
awesome.
now I work with my brother in California. I'm working with him on, I think I sent him the original guitar track the gentleman had started. He starts building the guitar part. He gives it back to me, and I'm finishing the lyrics and the melody and how the song's going to go. My nephew did a lot of the backing tracks, like the stomps and he's on there also.
Fabulous.
So 3 Talevis are on that project.
Love it.
Now we're looking for a singer. Had trouble finding the right singer. And then I think my other brother suggested Christine. So I reached out to her and she accepted, and I couldn't be more thrilled. How she did it was just perfect. I ended up getting that song into another gentleman that lives in California that I had met in the class, this original class, had this song in his catalog.
Oh, wow.
And he texts me, because we have written some other songs together. And he goes, did you see your email? I said, no, I just got home. He goes, why don't you look at your email? And he goes, your song is being licensed. It was a ghost show.
Oh,
like a ghost hunting show, a Living for the Dead. Now, when your song gets licensed, you have no idea when it's going to play in the show. You have no idea how long that's going to play for. So I was joking with my brother. My boyfriend said to my brother in California, it's probably just your guitar licks. That's probably what's in there. So we were just cracking up. So we actually got Hulu for watching it. Yes. When the season came on, we're sitting there, we turn it on, and it's in the opening The opening
Oh my
is
gosh.
Mish's guitar lick.
No way.
So we're screaming. We were like so excited.
That is
Yeah,
amazing.
it
It's like the
was-
days we're on the radio and your song comes on the radio. You're like,
Yeah.
oh my God, Casey Kasem is playing my song.
It was real. And I mean, a lot of people have thousands of song license, and I hope one day to have way more than that. But it was so exciting for the first one.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
What a great
Yeah.
way.
And the people that were in the original song were so happy that I included them and that how I pushed to get it finished.
That's amazing.
And
You truly are an advocate.
I do, and I advocate to get all the songs done, and it's a journey.
We all know what that means, don't we,
Yes.
creatives? Yes. Gosh, okay. This is amazing. Let's do another one. It's called Dreaming of You.
Dreaming of you.
I would call it a 50s.
A 50s
50s song.
Ah, so tell me about this.
Okay, so in sync licensing, they always promote be generic. Stop singing love songs. Boy done me wrong. Be generic. So for writing these lyrics, I wanted to be less specific. So how it all started, I worked with one of my writers, Doug. We worked on a piano progression for it, and I started developing the song. And then the lyrics, the placement, and then we wanted to get a real piano player, so I connected with a real piano player. Doug played bass. I actually did the string section on it. I was listening to what I wanted for a string section, and I wrote a string section part.
Wow.
That's that light, airy sound,
Yes.
which is very reminiscent of the 50s music.
Yes. Do you use Logic Pro, Spitfire?
I use Logic just for practice stuff. I did it at Doug's studio.
Oh,
We
wow.
were recording it.
Wow.
And then we actually had a couple different recording sessions. We did the background vocals. Amanda did all those background vocals, and there's like about 4 or 5 layers on those oohs and ahs. So we had her come in and do them, and then we spend probably 3 or 4 hours cutting them and clipping them and lining them up. And
I mean, it's so rich.
thank you. I thought it was so well worth any time that we spent on it.
Yes.
It just adds so much to it. If you listen to the end, was playing it for my nephew's friend. And when he heard it, goes, "Oh my God, the end of this is for a mafia shoot 'em up scene."
I'll be dreaming of you. I'll be dreaming of you. Dreaming of you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That'd be a Scorsese film easily. And the guns are going and they're running and
In
this
slow
and that.
motion.
Yes, you can see all of it. That's a great song.
Thank
When
you.
you can see the story.
Yeah.
Well done. Now,
Thank
I have a
you.
question for you. Now, could a cabaret singer license this song to sing, or what are
Oh,
the
yeah.
rules about that?
Yeah. If someone wanted to just sing it, that would be great.
Yeah.
So what happens with something like that? Actually, my friend Donna Singer, who I do graphics for, wants to sing this song on one of her albums with her band. So it would probably be a little jazzier version.
Okay.
So that's completely fine. Now, what happens in a situation like that is she would own the master for that.
Okay.
So
But
that's
you still have the publishing rights
and the writing.
and the writing rights.
Yes.
Do you have a dream artist or a dream project or a dream scenario for your work that you would like to see happen?
All right. I just finished a song called Am I the Damage? It's a big, huge soldier superhero anthem.
Woo!
And it was during the time I was watching Reacher, I was watching Bosch. It came about, well, a friend of mine had put some music up online and I fell in love with it. And I asked him if I could write to it.
Underneath
the cover of darkness, the shimmering moonlight wanes, shadows of doubt in vain, question who's to blame. Am I the damage? Am I the pure? Am I the sickness? Am I the cure? Am I the damage? Am I the cure?
From a soldier's point of view, a lot of times they have to take orders and do things that might go against their moral compass. And also superheroes. A lot of superheroes are quite damaged.
Obviously.
So ideally, I would love that song to get into a Marvel, into a superhero, into a soldier movie,
Wow.
which those are all very still popular genres.
Oh, yes. Still going strong.
Yeah.
And they are now, of course, leaning much darker, especially with the climate right now. Oh, I will be holding a very good thought for you
Thank you.
to get
Thank
that
you.
on a TV show. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now, so tell me, do you have an agent?
No, not really. I would love to have a song rep, but song and some of my songs are being repped by in uh either libraries or with sync agencies.
Mhm.
I haven't a personal one. I think they do it song by song. If I could find a rep, that would be amazing.
Please keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Anyone listening to this show. That's
There's an
fascinating.
agent out there that would rep those songs.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah. It's always great to have more people on your team.
It's
more
so
people rooting
hard
for you.
being the artist and the business
And the
part.
business part.
It's really
It
hard.
is. But it sounds to me, what I'm hearing in our discussion here is that you are using your connections, just your connections here in Connecticut. And these opportunities are finding you because you continue to reach out. You continue to show up to things. You're using, so you don't want to drive down to Fairfield at night. Well, that shouldn't stop you, people. Find the Zooms, find the online opportunities. There are ways to do it. That's amazing. That's
Thank
just
you.
amazing. Yeah.
It is a lot to keep going at it over and over and to really have mostly no's, but it's the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
This is how it is. And, you just say, if you get a no, okay, move on to the next one.
Yeah, I say not my customer.
Yeah.
Right? I get it. Well, on that note, let's take another break. We'll be right back. It is time for your Daily Constitutional. Born in Waterbury, Connecticut, this photographer is best known for her celebrity portraits. One of her most famous pieces is a Polaroid shot of John Lennon and Yoko Ono, taken just 5 hours before Lennon's murder. She was the first woman to have a featured exhibition at Washington's National Portrait Gallery. Who is she? If you know the answer, click on the link below in the show notes or the description box and leave a comment with your best guess. If you guess correctly, we'll give you a shout out on one of our future episodes. And that was your Daily Constitutional. Welcome back to the show. Did you know, of course, I talk about this every episode, that the Connecticut slogan is full of surprises. And of course, I believe that every creative is full of surprises, and a great way to discover some of those surprises is to ask them questions. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. What is your favorite word?
Probably allegedly.
Is it probably or allegedly?
No, actually, allegedly.
Allegedly. But I like probably allegedly. That's so allegedly.
Because after living in LA, you really can't be sure about anything. LA is you don't believe anything you hear and only half of what you see with your own eyes.
What is your least favorite word?
Teachable.
A teachable moment?
How passive aggressive is that?
I know, right? It's also like coachable. Are you coachable?
No.
Am I like manipulatable? Screw off. Teachable.
No, this is not a teachable moment.
Just
Okay.
a shit moment.
Yes, exactly.
Kiss my grits.
Exactly. Don't go there with me.
Good
No.
word. Okay. What turns you on?
Accomplishing things, accomplishing projects. That is always a sense of accomplishment is really probably my go-to favorite thing.
Yes. What turns you off?
Well, can you do that for free or no, that's too expensive when it's already way discounted price. And in the most time when you're giving to people, they will have more and more and more and more edits and want unlimited changes.
What is your favorite curse word?
Definitely the F word.
Now, just the 4 letters? Do you like to, what's the word, conjugate?
Oh,
the F word?
everything. And anyway, yes, whatever the situation warrants.
Conjunction, junction, what's your
Function.
Yes.
Yes.
What sound or noise do you love?
I got to say my favorite is probably birds chirping.
What sound or noise do you hate?
When your brakes are about to need to be replaced and you hear that scraping.
Yes, the scraping. Good answer. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
I'm stumped. You stumped me on that one. What would I want to do? Oh, I know what I would thought about. A private detective.
Woo! Yes.
Yes.
You into true
That's what it
crime?
was.
Are you into the true crime?
Totally.
Yeah, I mean, come on, right? Looks so glamorous. Even though they're in these dingy offices and you're like, oh, that's the lifestyle.
Yeah.
What profession would you not like to do?
We definitely wouldn't want to be a telemarketer.
If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Fabulous. I love it.
That's probably what he would say. Or she.
Oh, and you got a sassy God. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Our God is a sassy
Gotta be
God.
sassy.
Gotta be sassy. Great. All right, Jodylynn, where can we find you and find out more about your work?
I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn.
And we'll have all of these links included in the description notes below or wherever you are listening to this, show notes, etc. So you
Yes.
can find her. It has been a pleasure getting
It's
to know
been a
you
pleasure
today.
for me
I
too.
want to say thank you so much for taking the time to come to my house to talk. So to all you artistes here in the Great Nutmeg State, please remember to keep creating and keep connecting because
We're here, damn it.
Excellent. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you really enjoyed the show, leave us a review. It helps us out a lot. Until next time.